Hello everybody and welcome back to Wilderness Adventures UK. So in today's short video I'm going to go through the contents of my fire prep bag. I'm going to show you my most common methods of lighting fires when I'm outdoors. So I'll get everything out, quickly show you how they work. I've got a metal bucket down there, chuck everything in the metal bucket just to be safe. Now just a little bit of a disclaimer, there are other ways of lighting fires. Obviously you can use flint and steel, you can use char cloth, you can rub sticks together, you can use whatever method you want. In fact, write down in the comments below and let me know what method you use. So without further ado, I'll bring the camera in a little bit closer and we'll start going through this bag. So let's start by opening the bag, obviously. Quickly getting out the contents. A lot of you who do what I do will know what all this stuff is. Bear in mind this is also a bit of an emergency bag as well. Right, I'll pop the bag on the floor and we will make a start. I'll quickly get some gloves on because I am going to be dealing with sharps today and I don't want to have any accidents. So obviously I've got my fire steel. My fire steel is first and foremost the thing I like to use the most. But in case of emergencies, I have got a couple of lighters in there and I have got some ration pack matches, which we're not going to be using. Everybody knows how matches work. They can go back in the bag or back on the bag. I'll just put them out of shot there. Right, so let's start with this one. This is possibly the cheapest and easiest way of lighting a fire. The only problem with this way is it doesn't last so long. So this is just lint out of my dryer at home. It takes a spark really quickly and really well. So if you're ever stuck high and dry, this is the method. I just wrap it in a bit of kitchen towel just to keep moisture off it. But you just pull a bit off like so. Get your fire steel to it and give it a bit of a scrape. And literally that quick, the fire starts. You then have to be quick to put your other combustibles on top of it just to make sure it's working. Right, let's get rid of that dead quick. Now you're seeing why I've got the gloves on, eh? The other method is the old fat wood method. I've got various bits of fat wood here. For those who don't know, fat wood usually you find in pine trees, or mostly you find in pine trees, and it is the resin that grows usually when the tree is trying to heal itself. So it's ever broken a limb or there's a split down it. Usually, in most cases, you will find fat wood there. I have done a fat wood location video on my channel. So yeah, if you scroll down a few videos, you'll be able to find it. Now you can use this various different ways. The first way is using the back spine of your knife or your tool. Is just scrape some shavings off. Like so. And the smell of it is absolutely divine. Now the beauty of fat wood is you'll find it anywhere. And you bundle it all up into a little pile. And how I usually do it is I'll then take a few shavings off. I'll use a different bit for the shavings because I've already used this bit. Or you can create feather sticks, whichever way you so choose. It's a bit blustery out today, so I'll be very impressed if this lot stays on here. But for demonstration purposes, I think that'll be enough. And I'll get my gloves back on, just so we're all safe, and I can handle the fire as soon as I've created it. And again with the fire steel, you'll notice that how I use a fire steel is I keep the fire steel stationary and I scrape my knife down the fire steel. I know some people do it the opposite way and they pull the fire steel away, keeping the knife stationary. No right or wrong way, just preferred methods. Oh, this one's not wanting to go, is it? Right. It will go, I promise you. Let's give it a few more tries. I'm not going to edit it out, I'm going to keep it real. Oh, I thought it was going then. There you go. Possibly gave it a few scrapes too many then, but there you go. it's going. And the beauty about fat wood is that'll stay burning for a good minute or so. So it gives you enough time to get all your fine wood on and all your other bits on. Obviously it'll burn a lot longer if you put a lot more shavings on. Right, on to the next method. I mean, I always carry a little bit of jute twine anyway, or gardening string, or call it whatever you want. And to be honest with you, I carry it, but I don't use it that much. I've not really used it in the past. So how you use this is you'd cut a bit off, like so, or you could find the end. I think that'll be enough for today's purposes. Again, this is just a quick how-to. You'd obviously use a lot more depending on your conditions. If it's very wet out, you'd possibly use a bit more than what I'm using here today. I've obviously got some bellows which we're not going to be showing. That's how to get your fire started and roaring. And then you use the spine of your knife again. A lot of this work is done with the spine of your knife, and you just scrape it just to separate those fibres and make it fluffy. I'm sure you can see that. It's making it all a little bit fluffy there. To be honest with you, you probably wouldn't even need to do this, but all you're trying to do is separate the fibres and make it a little bit finer. That will probably do us. Bundle it up into a little pile. Again, I don't often use this method, but for demonstration purposes today, and just for another option really of making a fire. Not going to put, actually, I will put the gloves on, just so I can get rid of it safely in a second. And I'm guessing this is going to go up quite quick. There you go. Oh, gone out again. Possibly need to fluff it up a little bit more. Okay, maybe we need to fluff it a little bit more. Let's go a little bit more. Be a bit more thorough with it, eh? Again, I'm going to leave this in. Say what you want down in the comments. But it's a learning curve. Of course, you could double up with methods. You could use some of your dryer lint, which, you know, 80% of houses I'd say have dryers, just collecting the lint out of it. And you could use your jute twine as well. Or you could go and collect some fat wood, or you could go and collect some birch bark. There's various different methods. I'm going to call that a win. I just hadn't fluffed it up enough. And there you go, we can all safely say that that's going. And if you had your little twigs and stuff ready, you could quite confidently set that going. I might try and make something out of this, maybe coat it in Vaseline or something just to keep it going a bit longer. But yeah, watch out for a future video of that. But it's safe to say that that's going. Then finally, my most commonly used method is the old soaked cotton wool ball. Now I say soaked because I've got some in here with wax on, I've got some in here with Vaseline on, and I've got some, like this one, that has just got some lamp oil on it. So it's literally just got a little bit of oil or olive oil or any oil you really want to use. You can see the little pink bits in there. But for today, I think we'll go with that one. And all you do with these is you manipulate them, you break them up. So you can see it's quite gooey there, it's got a gooey consistency. And all you're trying to do, again, is expose some of them fibres. Much like that. Incidentally, I have made a video on when I made these, and I must have made about 150 of them, and I've still got about 70 or 80 of them left. So I'm not short of these. It is my preferred method. So there you go. And that should take a spark very, very quick. Let's get the glove on again so I can safely get rid of it without melting myself. I'll put that just in there. There you go, straight away. And again, that is my preferred method simply because that will burn. I mean, we did a test on the video and I think they burnt for quite a while. They really are my favourite firelighting method. And as I say, I do carry matches and lighters just for those stubborn days where you just can't get this to work. So in fact, I could have just put a lighter to this and got this going. I was just being stubborn and trying to make it work for the video. Apologies guys, the outro didn't work today, so you're going to have to make do with this. Thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to leave me a like. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Also, if you'd like to leave a comment below, letting me know what your favourite method of lighting a fire is when you're out camping, that would be awesome. You all look after yourselves till next time.